Just trying to make you crazy. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hangout's fault, bro.
No, it ain't. That ain't hangout.
It's Hangouts, bro.
I mean, I think we're live. Can y'all check?
Yeah, we live, man. We 8 seconds in.
Okay. Let me know when y'all finish the stream, man, so I can shut it down. I'm gonna go to sleep.
What's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong, man? You ain't get no sleep.
I died, bro. I died while alive.
Oh shit.
That's what's up, man.
What's up?
I'm gonna go find my pants.
This guy had a crazy night last night, man.
He must have. Can't even find his pants. That's crazy.
Right.
He's like, let me go find my drawers.
My man put po for police. He even capitalized the other PO.
That sounds crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yo, that's crazy, man.
Let me send these links.
Yeah, send these links.
Can't even find his pants. That's crazy.
Yeah, I need to clip that from me. That's pretty awesome. And he ain't find his pants.
You're the one who said you were looking for him.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying it's cool.
It's funny, man.
It's great. Good life.
Yeah, I'll text that, man. Let's see. So you can actually show the freak up. Shit, we're gonna wait till some folks get in here, man. But Lee, Joe, lovely Joe, what up?
Hey, what up, Lee Joe?
What's up, Lee Joe? My voice sounds good today, don't it? Sure do. I hear it.
Trying to get that Barry White on.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Liz?
Hey, babies.
Hey, Liz Bear. Hey, Liz Bear.
Oh,
All right, so, damn.
We got image this week. No black screen. I mean, it's black screen, but
it got PS4 laptop sources. That's what it got on my shit.
All right, hold on. Let me flip it. All right.
Busy Bear.
Hey, Liz Bear. Liz Bear. All right.
Well, shit.
Window capture.
Yeah, you got the window capture, share the screen, all that good shit.
Yo, we're on time. Actually, this is more on time than usual. It's the crazy part.
That's true.
I've probably been more on time than this. No?
I had a good weekend, Liz. I was freestyling last night. He put my worst bars up there, but it's side. I had fun. I had fun in Brooklyn.
Hello, Brooklyn. Good. Oh shit.
Oh snap! My man got the levels out there. All right, man.
I got a question. Have you guys talked to MVP lately?
I talked to him about a month ago. He had bought a PlayStation and said he's going to start get back into the swing of things. But
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I haven't heard from him.
he's good though. He just preoccupied with something else. What that is, I don't even know.
Well, that's his business. You know what I'm saying? That's his
Yeah.
business.
He like that cousin that come by every 6 months. Was like, yo, it's good.
Pretty much.
And he leaves.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah, we on time, man. We on time. Kind of.
Kind of. No, we are. all the podcasts I go to, they do that precursor before they get started, which is when they get started. So therefore, they're never late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we try to do that, but you know,
Nah, we doing it.
she got the Hadouken in the background. I'm walking.
Man, she put her TV. She put her TV on 1,000.
No,
Yeah,
it's
for
actually
real.
not. It's actually on low, believe it or not.
Man, bro, you got some.
Surround sound like a mug.
Yeah, I got my sound bar.
Yeah.
Hey, people saying what's up to you in the chat. Thankful.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody? How you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, man. Hold on.
My face is hurting, man. Hold on. I'm about to mute myself for a second so I can scream.
Screen share. So we can see what's popping, what's going on. I'm about to send that. I gotta send a couple links again. Where's my bookmarks?
I ain't got bookmarks.
Yeah, for shit like this, man. For the Colorado Spring, John.
Oh, true.
And the it happened a while back, but this is a good conversation. Conversation piece.
Yeah, for sure. Married to the stack. I'm saying stack of cash.
About to share the screen, let y'all have at it, man.
This nigga. Oh, this man.
Screen shared. Okay. Let's fix this back the way it was.
So yeah, I'm proud of Biz, man. He didn't put the banner this week.
I could though. What do you want me to?
This is the Sir Biz banner. Don't even worry about it.
Sir Biz banner is fire. Y'all mad cause y'all don't got banners.
You right. I am.
Y'all don't invest in yourself, man.
True.
I ain't got the time, man. I ain't got the time.
True.
Y'all don't think y'all worth it. That's the problem.
No, I said I ain't got the time. Don't try to switch it.
It's kind of the same.
I feel like I'm worth it.
You
I
worth
just don't have
it.
the
I
time.
think you have, you worth the time. You know what I mean?
I got the time, but these games aren't gonna play themselves. So
a banner. Oh, okay. All right.
Man.
Okay then.
What up, Greg?
I think
Greg in the chat.
I think my dad going crazy. My voice sounds so good this week. Hold on. Display capture. That's what I need. Display capture. Capture the display.
Yeah. Ever since Kickz was off that pork slap, y'all, this nigga been different.
Oh, Kickz, yeah, he been different, man.
That nigga been different. Damn it.
Hey man,
Already messed up.
I'm gonna get you a whole fucking case of pork slap, bro. You're gonna
All right.
like it.
Are
Alright,
Uh,
I don't think
I
so.
think so.
we? Oh man.
I'm gonna feel weird buying it, but you know, it's not for me. You know, it's for y'all. I know y'all like that stuff.
Nah, you liked it.
I might just let y'all have the mixer, man. Hold on till I let y'all have this till I figure it out, man. Enjoy the mixer.
Alright, so we won't talk about anything that can be displayed. So, alright, y'all. What up, Dami? What's going on?
I remember homie.
Yeah.
Donnie.
That's your homie?
Yeah, it's the homie right there, son. He came for like 30 seconds last time.
It's a woman.
Yeah, that person.
Oh man.
This, already failing. So, all right, man. So this is Kickin BizZness, man. Episode 21. We out here, man. Shit. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and introduce the panel. Go ahead, Titanfall Princess.
Oh,
Hello?
snap.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me
I'm
now?
gonna say, well,
Yeah.
Can you,
see y'all next week.
What's up,
All right.
everybody? This is Titanfall Princess. How's everybody doing? Glad to be here. Been a while. I've been trying to make it here, but it's been a while. But I'm here now. So hope you enjoy the show.
Word. Go ahead, Kickz.
It is your man, Brooklyn's finest freestyler, Kickz.
Oh my god.
Back at it, you know what I'm saying, with the brilliance. Let's get
This
into
man's from the Bronx, yo. You can't call it the Brooklyn finest rapper. Go ahead. My bad, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, I spread my brilliance over all boroughs. All right, it just happens that way.
Okay. Sure. Biz.
Oh yeah, the biz part of the Kickin BizZness, and I'm glad to be here for another week. And voice sounds nice, mic sounds right, so we'll get this thing popping. You know what I'm saying?
Bro was listening to Barry White on the way over. All right.
Sound like he lost his puppy or something.
Nah.
That long ass sigh at the end of the word. Nah.
Barry White.
All right. All right, man. This is just sick, man. I would come up with a slogan, but I don't give a fuck. So, today is
Yes.
it's gonna be kind of different because normally not normally, but when we do have guests, they usually bring their own topics. And so Titanfall Princess has her own topic that she wanted to go ahead and discuss with us and to share it out with our viewers. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let her go ahead and introduce the topic that she wanted to discuss.
Oh, I get to go first?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Well, what I want to talk about, which I think should be discussed, and I don't see many people discussing it, was the shooting. Okay. Of this young boy. Okay. Young man, I should say. He was a teenager. We'll call him a young man. And I think it was a wrongful shooting. Once again, he was running. Okay. They said he was reaching for a gun. From what I saw, he was holding up his pants. All right. Once again, the cop said, and he was running away. You're supposed to pursue the person. I heard about 8 bullets. Only 4 or 5 hit him. The other ones went astray. There were people out in the yard with birthday parties, kids around, had no regard for any of these people in their front yards or anything else. And I believe he was killed in cold blood murder. I'm sorry. And it bothers me because this is happening too often and something needs to be done about it. They need to keep these cops off the street that don't know what the rules and regulations are. Now, I could see if he had pulled out a gun and turned around and tried to shoot him. Okay. Supposedly he had a gun. I don't know if it's true or not. Supposedly he had a gun, but they couldn't even get out of his pants. So if you can't get out of his pants, how is he going to get out of his pants running like that? Come on now. Let's keep it real. Okay. You're supposed to pursue. This guy pursued, told him put his hand, and he just bang, 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 bang.
Damn.
And I watched it and I heard this kid bleed out. I was listening to him gurgle.
Oof.
That made me sad. It made me cry. I mean, there's no reason for this. Plus, whoever called, okay, I'm going to say this, didn't sound as upset as they should have been if a gun was pulled on him at all. He was very calm on the phone. He said he was only like 2 or 3 blocks away. Man, my ass would have kept on running if somebody pulled a gun on me, and I'd be on the phone like, somebody be upset. You're going to be angry. You're going to be mad. You're going to have some sort of emotion. He really had no emotion. He was too calm, in my opinion. Plus, the other thing is they never found a wallet. They never found nothing on either one of these guys. So where's the wallet? They called. They got there right away. The guy stood in the same spot. If the guys are going to rob you, why would they stay in the same spot? They're not dumb. Are they're not dumb. And they would search the area and seen if they thrown it anywhere. There's no wallet. So to me, this is somebody that maybe they teased him a little bit or whatever, because maybe he's a goofball. And they figured, let me call the cops and do something. And what happens? Another brother gets killed. That's not right.
So basically, the context would have been that
I got a link so I can show it if y'all want to.
Oh, damn,
put it in Google Hangouts. No, show
like
the footage or whatever.
Crazy link. But yeah, the context of it would have been that somebody was getting robbed. They saw a kid running. They shot him, right?
No, this is what happened. Some guy called. Okay, said he lives around there. He knows these 2 guys. They both. He doesn't know them personally. He knows of them because they picked on him before, supposedly. Okay, he knows where both of them live. He said they they both had guns. Okay, or one of them had a gun. I'm not sure if it was both or one had a gun. He pulled the gun and asked for his wallet. They took his wallet.
Oh, I see.
And then he supposedly ran away. And he had no marks on him. They didn't attack him. They didn't hit him. They didn't do nothing. Just supposedly took his wallet. He called he said he was like 3 or 4 blocks away. The cops showed up. The guys are still standing exactly where he said they were standing. The cops started talking to him. And then the one evidently supposedly did have a gun, but you don't know if he was licensed to carry it or whatever. And then once again, when you're a black man, it don't matter if you have a license or not. You could still get shot. Okay, license to carry. It's happened. Okay, so he started running, and the other cops subdued. Kept the one guy there, and they ran. The one cop ran at the other one, and he said, "Stop and put your hands up." Okay, and he just kept running, but all the cop did was started firing at him from the back. You're not supposed to do that. That's not the procedure.
Right. Especially if you out in the open street or whatever, you could obviously hit somebody.
Well, the thing is, there were people. There was a kids' party going on. There were other kids around, and like 3 of the bullets went astray. Didn't even hit them. So they could have hit children playing in that area.
Right.
They didn't even wait to see if it was safe or nothing. They just shot him. And it was crazy, and then they're putting cuffs on him. He's bleeding out. You could hear it with his breathing, like that type of gurgle that when somebody's dying, you could hear that. And you're putting him in cuffs. He can't move. He can't even breathe. And you're putting him in cuffs, and then you're cutting his pants off, trying to reach up in his crotch area, saying, "Oh, we got a gun here, but we can't get it out." Well, if you couldn't get it out, him running ain't going to get it out, because he had one of those, long pair of like baggy shorts type shorts on, sweat shorts, sweatpants, sweat shorts. And it looked like he was holding them up, like from the front. It didn't look like he was grabbing anything. It's like his arm wasn't going down, like I didn't see no elbow going down, because you would see the arm moving in that direction. It didn't look like he was going for anything. It looked like he was just holding his pants up so his behind didn't show when he was running.
See, and that's the thing where this is based off of like profiling. So they basically profile these dudes like, oh, you guys look like you rob people, basically,
Well,
and then you
actually,
gotta wonder,
but
and then you gotta
actually,
wonder the reason why these people run is because if you stand there, you're gonna get shot. So they're gonna fucking run, bro. Like I would probably run from the police too. Like,
but it's a shame that this guy calls in. But if you listen to it, everybody, you got to go and look at this, because when you hear the guy giving the descriptions and talking, it's almost like he had a vendetta because they picked on him. Like they maybe teased his ass or something. And that's what it seemed like. He was too calm, Like, I mean, if you're a guy and somebody pulls a gun out on you and robs you and you are a police caller, okay? You're not going to be that calm. You're going to be like, this motherfucker, yeah, or whatever, you're going to say something.
right.
You ain't going to wait for them there. You'd say, all right, this is where they are. And I can tell you exactly what they look like. This one's wearing this. This one's wearing that. This one's doing this. This one's doing that. All he did was he didn't give descriptions really of clothes. All he said was one was size, one was that size. Probably because he saw them on the thing. He didn't pay attention. He knew it was the two guys that were teasing him or something, or bullying him, whatever. You can't take it. Then you got a problem as a dude. Seriously. Okay. If you can't take a little hazing when people do it. All right. If you can't take that and then you got to call the cops and somebody winds up dead, that's wrong.
Right.
And I really think they need to look into this person who called, because something is not right with this whole thing. It was like these guys were set up. And the cops, instead of, even if the cop ran away, this guy supposedly knows where he lives, okay, and knows, his nickname and everything else. They can go from there. They got one kid, they can talk to him. They got I think it was his cousin that was with him. They got his cousin right there. They could find something out. You don't have to shoot and kill the kid. I mean, what was he, 18, I think? 17, 18 years, 18, 19, maybe 19 the most. He was young.
Yeah, he was a real young
That's
dude.
crazy.
Super young.
I mean, it's a damn shame, and they need to do something about these cops, because I'm tired of them thinking they're a legal gang, and they think they can get away with anything, including murder, which as you can see, they do. They don't have to follow the law, but we do. Well, no, you're supposed to uphold the law, which means you're supposed to do the same thing we do. And they don't.
Okay.
So that just bothered me, and I just think people need to be more aware, because it wasn't spoken up enough about it. Not enough people talked about it like they talked about other shootings that had happened. This one was like low profile, and if everybody else is going to get recognition, I think this young boy should have recognition and what happened to him, and something should happen to those police officers as well.
Okay. I'm gonna start off by saying that I'm gonna do my my disclaimer. I'm gonna do my disclaimer here, because there's gonna be different points of views here in this topic and on another topic. So with that being said, just because people have different points of views, that does not mean that they're a bad person. It's a adult thing to do, to have conversations where people do not agree all the time and just point out their views without even being considered a bad person, a hateful person, or anything like that. So that's my disclaimer. I watched the 21-minute video that is that should be showing right now on screen. And watching the video, I heard the guy give a description of the suspects that supposedly, what's good, Crumbside Detective and Gold, what's up, man? So I watched it. The guy didn't give that good of a description. He did point out that one person had a nickname, and he did point out that another person was heavyset, and it was only two people that were walking around together. He did sound a little calm. Not to say not for my liking, but he definitely, from what he said, he went into a place of business, made the phone call to 911 because he didn't have a phone, and he said that they robbed him for his wallet. Later on down the road, because it's a long time after that, the police roll up on the man or the two individuals and stop them, ask them what their name was, because they actually fit the description. He even asked the guy's nickname, because the caller gave a nickname to the police, to the dispatcher. Guy said he didn't go by that name. So what they did was they had them hold their hands up and they were going to pat them down, which is legal in that state. They had them pat them down for weapons. They can do that in that state. They put their hands up. Let's see. The kid ran. Probably because he did have a weapon. He ran and they shot him. They shot him 4 times, 4 in the back and 1 in the arm. They saw the weapon, or they saw something sticking out his pants or his shorts. They cut it out and pulled it off of him. And then the video cuts from right there, I believe. Later on in the video, within the link that, again, Biz is showing right now, they state the legal the legal SOPs that they do, which is they can actually shoot a person fleeing if they believe that the person had a weapon and committed a crime. They can do that. They are quote justified for that. Every state is different, as most people know, that police proceedings, police SOPs, police procedures, they are completely 100% different in each state.
And I was gonna say, my bad to cut you off, but that literally is where it gets like a little bit, like misconstrued. Where, because stop and frisk is definitely like they don't do that shit, I don't think, in New York anymore, just because of problems kind of like this are happening. Whereas like you get to stop and frisk, they could pretty much make up any story, just be like, oh, this dude was about to do that. Guy runs, he gets shot. Or that's where it gets like a little bit,
Yeah, that's a different thing. This was as a result of a police call.
Right.
So they could go ahead and search a person for weapons if they believe that they fit the description and that they have done something. That's reasonable suspicion. They can go ahead and do that, and they can go ahead and have a temporary detainment where they can stand there, talk to the person, and try to gain a little bit more information to go ahead and get reasonable doubt to go ahead and make the arrest. They can do that. So within that time frame where he asked the person what was the name,
Yeah, I think so.
I forget his name.
Bailey, something Bailey.
Trayvon, Devon, not Trayvon, Bailey. Okay, I'm gonna just say Bailey. They asked him, did he have any weapons? No. They asked him for their names. They said they didn't go by the names that the police gave him, and then they told him that they were going to frisk him for weapons or pat them down for weapons. He ran. When he ran, it did seem like he was trying to hold something or grab something. And they said, "Oh shit," and they shot him.
Yeah, literally, it's context.
Everything is context, and when you watch the video, it shows that even for a split second that he actually did try to run, and he had his hands down into his pants. Later on, you would see that there was something in his pants, and it looked like a gun. When they cut it off, because they couldn't lift him, they couldn't move him because they already put him in handcuffs. They didn't find, like Titanfall Princess said, they did not find the wallet that was reported stolen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that is definitely
my whole thing with that is that when you steal something, you don't normally just keep it. You go put it up. So the fact that it didn't have don't mean nothing to me, really. But what matters is how the guy sounded on the call. And he sounded, well, I'm not going to play the audio because we can get, strike because of audio. But the way the kid sounded was like it was a prank, or he was out to, like, mess with them. He said they stole $3, bro. If somebody steals $3 from me, I'm gonna be like, jokes on you guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be the end of my day.
Yeah, what the hell are you gonna do with $3?
Right.
I mean, really.
They stole $3 from me, and she's like, "Oh, they stole your money." Like, she wanted a reason to send these guys after him, send the police after him. He's like, oh, they stole your money? I'm like, what? It's $3. Tell him to go away. Like, you wasting our time and resources. $3.
But
Go find that.
But the other
but
thing
his
is, the other thing
his,
is, I didn't want to cut you off, but the other thing is, while you're saying that, it took the police a while to get there because that 911 call was long.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was very, it's still pointless.
If you really stole something from somebody and had a weapon, are you going to stay in the same exact spot that long? No.
if you don't expect anybody to call.
I mean, it's my neighborhood.
That-
I mean, I'm probably not gonna leave my neighborhood. Like,
Yeah. I guess that happened in that neighborhood. I'm not really sure, but to put a little it's not just it's not just a bully saying, "Here, give me your fucking money." It was he reported as being held at gunpoint. Now, whether that happened is completely different. Maybe he know the dude to walk around with a gun, and like probably try to get him in trouble that way. I'm not really sure. The only context I can give to anybody, because I'm trained in this sort of stuff, is what happened in the interaction where the cop shot him. He ran. He had his hands on his waist. At that point in time, they were justified, according to their SOPs and laws, to actually shoot him while he was running.
I don't know. I mean, everything I've known about it, they have to. I mean, maybe in that state, to me, they need to change that, because I thought you were supposed to pursue on foot. He didn't pursue that far. He ran, not even, a house down, and just started shooting at him. And to me, it just looked like he was holding up his pants. Now, I know somebody was running after somebody one time because the guy was being an asshole and started some shit. And he had the same type shorts on, similar. And he was running, holding up his pants. He didn't have no damn gun on him, and he was holding up his pants. So he could whoop the guy's ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just is what it is. I mean, that's why I'm saying it just, I don't know. It just didn't seem to be a rightful shooting, in my opinion.
the sad part is that there's a moral type of law that we all live by, that we see. Like, when we see wrong, it is wrong. And then they have this paper law that gives you a little bit more room to do what you want. And every time the police do this, the moral law is like, yo, what are y'all doing? That's jacked up. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then, but the paper law gives them the room to do all this stuff and get off scot-free, because these laws are designed to protect them. So how do you protect somebody who's already safe? I don't know. You already weaponized from tooth to nail, and the guy is running away from you. Obviously, we know who's scared of you. It's not. I don't understand. I don't get how you can justify that at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, in that scenario, right. I think your man's was running anyway, because when you greet the police nowadays, it's like, you don't know if you're gonna get shot. You probably just walking. You know what I'm saying? So of course, dude is gonna run, and just the fact that we can make a phone call, cops come an hour later and just be like, reasonable suspicion. They fit it. You know what I'm saying? That shit drives me nuts. And just the fact that alone, based off one phone call, you could say somebody died. You know what I'm saying? And that shit drives me fucking nuts. So it's like, we do gotta regulate it in some way, but at the same time, they kind of were in the right when you go over the info. But now, somebody died.
I do want to say this, all right? Because we're in this instance, we're forgetting the whole like context of dude. Definitely, I want to say definitely, but he had a gun on him. I want to say he had a gun on him. From them cutting off, like having to cut off his shorts, and it was it damn sure wasn't a banana. It wasn't no damn pickle, fucking cucumber, nothing like that. It was hardened, and it sounded like metal once it hit the ground after he dragged it on the floor, off of him, or something like that. So everybody is right to the extent where when black people are encountered by cops and these situations happen, of course you're scared. Of course you're not going to know what's going to happen. Only thing that most people would tell you to do is to follow the cops' directions no matter what. there are wrongful deaths, there are wrongful shootings, and there are times where cops aren't justified no matter what. And I've seen that stuff. Again, I go through training, and we have discussions about this stuff. Where do you feel like it's justified? And I say, hell no, it wasn't justified. And then my lieutenant, my superior would be like, well, it kind of is because this, and this. And I'm like, no, the fuck it ain't. And I stick to my guns on
All
it.
right, here's another example
Go
to
ahead.
show you. I watched it was like a documentary of people walking around with rights to bear arms, and they're walking down the street. They had a scenario, okay, where you had white guys doing it and black guys doing it. The cop walked up to the white dude and said, "What's going on?" Just started talking to him or whatever. Okay, didn't make him put the gun down. Didn't make him go to the ground. Put the hands behind the back. Put the hand nothing. They saw a black guy do it. Okay, and his girlfriend was filming it, and she was pregnant. Filming it. She was walking behind and filming it. Here comes the cop. He opens his door, puts his gun out, get to the ground. And started, and they had to go to the ground. They had about 10 police cars there. Okay. They took his thing, and they were told we were just doing a documentary about this, that, and the other, and whatever. But the white dudes, that didn't happen to. They didn't have to put their hands up. They didn't have to, fall to the ground or nothing.
Yeah, I saw that same thing, and I think there was about 2 or 3 other experiments, probably happened in different states where people did that. And again, that is fucked up. I'm gonna tell you right now, the thing that they try to train you in these type of things, situations, is that you want to go home to your kids, and they make it seem like that is the main priority, in which that's why you put the uniform on. You know what I mean? I don't see that as the case. I don't subscribe to that shit. I subscribe to, if you put that uniform on, guess what you're doing? You're out there to serve and protect. Not necessarily you putting it on just so you could go home. And they make
look at this
and,
though.
and they make it seem that way.
Yeah, but look at this. Who does most of the mass shootings? Not a black dude.
Yeah, who are the pit bulls of the earth? Like, who do most of the crazy, diabolical, violent shit?
Exactly, but they don't have to put their hands up or put
Because
fall to the ground.
they haven't been painted as being violent though. We have.
Nope. Exactly. They're playing. Oh, they got a mental illness. I'm getting tired of that mental illness stuff too.
And what's crazy is that they walk around with all these assault rifles and make it look like it's patriotic, like they really celebrating their rights as a patriotic American. But in reality, all it is a spit in the face of everybody else who can't, and everybody else can't.
Nope.
Yeah.
But I think it's just sad. See, that's why I'm saying some laws need to be changed. Okay, there's a lot of profiling being done, and that documentary proved it right there as well. Okay, and it's wrong, and people are getting killed because of that, and things need to change.
It's definitely wrong. It's definitely wrong. But I do want to say that not every shooting is a wrongful shooting. There's a lot of wrongful shootings, but not everyone is wrongful. I'm not sure if this is actually wrongful. It looks wrongful, of course, but again, they are able to do what they just did.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said there was a moral type of law that we all commonly live by, and then there's paper law that allows him to do bullshit. And just why can't he? Okay, so why can't he have a gun? Does he have a background? Did they see if he was licensed? Why can't he have a gun?
Oh no! Oh yeah, definitely. See. Now that's another thing where Philando Castile, he actually was licensed to have a gun. They shot him anyway because they were scared for their lives per se. He told them he had a gun, and I forget what the fuck happened, but I'm pretty sure he told him he had a gun. In this instance, the kid ran away for whatever reason. If he was actually licensed to have the gun, he would have said something.
Yo, kids
Well,
run away for
yes, maybe
everything,
not.
though. Kids run
Maybe
away for
not.
everything. They
Yeah, but you
always
know what?
run.
Maybe, but you know what? He may not have run because, just like you pointed out, the guy who had a license for his gun, he got shot and killed anyway. So there's a catch-22 here. I hate to say it, but when it comes to black dudes, you can have a license and still get killed. Now, my opinion, I think he may have had they had the gun. They said he had the gun. Okay, he was probably just trying to run away and get rid of it. And then when they caught him, he was going to slow down. When they caught him, the gun was gone. He probably just didn't want to get caught because maybe the gun was illegal. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think, yeah. Go ahead.
I feel you on that. And again, I'm fully aware. But there's a thing where you don't necessarily run from the police.
I get that. I understand that. You shouldn't. You should follow.
Shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. I understand that. But there's also, a thing where, all right, he didn't show any signs of immediate danger to the police or to anyone at that point. So if you're not showing it and you really thought he had a gun on him, why didn't you shoot to incapacitate? That guy just hauled off like he was in the military. There was 20 enemies surrounding him.
I bet you that body cam footage would have never came out if they never found the gun.
No,
if they never found a gun, it probably wouldn't have. There are plenty of cases where they don't ever find a gun. But
you get my point, though.
Yeah, I definitely get your point. I understand rules, laws need to be changed, for sure. But at the same time, you still got to work with what's there.
But my question is, how come only certain people have to work with what's there and not the other ones? That's what's not right.
I can't answer that for you.
In the video, the guy literally says, "Let me see your hands," gives him a command, and not even a second later, he's already shooting at him. How? When you give somebody a chance to comply or nothing,
exactly.
Let me see your hands. The moment I show you my hands, you're going to see it as a threat. Your command is a threat to you. So either way, whatever you ask me to do is already my sealed deal. Show me your hands. Get on the ground. Roll over. Do a 360 kickflip.
He has a good point. He didn't give. He said it. Let me see your hands. He didn't give the guy a chance to move his hands. It was in a split second, and as soon as he was finishing his statement, he was shooting already. He didn't give the guy a chance to even put his hands up.
Wait. Are we talking about the same? Are we talking about the same thing? Because
it's in the video.
If I remember from the video correctly,
nope. Immediately. After saying, "Let me see your hands," start shooting.
The cop told him, "Put your hands up." They both put their hands up, and he said, "All right, now we're gonna go ahead and pat you guys down to see if you guys have any weapons."
Yeah, that was the first time.
And then as soon as the cop came up close to him, dude ran.
Right.
Yes.
But he also said it again before he started shooting. Let me see your hands. He didn't give the guy a chance to put his hands up. Right after he finished his statement, before he even finished his statement, as he was finishing it, he started shooting.
As they were running and chasing him?
Yep. Yeah, as the guy was chasing him. Let me see your hands. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know if you we don't here.
I can't do audio, but it just happened. I just watched it. Like I can hear the audio. The guy took off running, fine. The guy said, "Let me see your hands." And as he was finishing the word hands, he was already shooting the kid, man.
Okay. Because I don't know. I wish I could hear it again. But
they have to say stuff like that to cover themselves. He was probably going to shoot him anyway.
That was the whole plan. When they get those suspected person having a weapon call, they be like, "Bet, finally, showtime. This is why I became a police officer, to shoot people legally."
Right.
There are people like that.
And you know what? I hate to say it, and people get mad at me, but I know there are some good cops out there, so this is not for them. But for those other ones that are gun happy, y'all asses must have been bullied when you were kids, so now you're bullying people because you have a weapon and you have the right to do it.
It don't even got to be that. They're just fascinated with death.
Here's another example. I watched this like some months back, but the police were in a hotel, I believe, and they were instructing people to leave. Right, get on the floor, crawl, show me your hands, all that other stuff. So it was this man and this woman. They directed the woman to go ahead and, go past them because they figured that she was safe. They thought that the man was dangerous. So in the instance, they started giving commands, and each cop was giving different set of commands. One was like, yo, show me your hands. One was like, don't do nothing, come up, get down, all that other shit. And they actually all like just shot him dead. That is actually a wrongful death. And you guys are right. To some extent, there are some people out there who are trigger happy. They are. But there are some bitches out there that are wearing the uniform who claim to be all, manly and, macho and all the other shit, but they're really bitches inside. So they go ahead and squeeze the trigger the moment that they feel that they're in danger, or quote, feel like they're in danger. And there are some good cops who don't really do anything and actually get the job done correctly. With
you saying that, the only thing I think is that the ones that are good and do their job correctly, for those that they know can be assholes or just trigger happy, or like you said, bitches inside and just pull the trigger because, they're a bitch, they need to stand up against those guys, because it's going to I don't want every cop that does do their job look bad and be in more danger because of what a bad one does or a trigger happy one does. That's wrong.
Right. You're again, you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right on that. The good cops should speak up. They should. But that's a totally different topic.
I know
it's actually political in a sense.
Yeah, because they have to be careful, because then the bad ones will come after them and try to get them to lose their job.
Yeah, and not only that, it's from the top, from the governor all the way down. And again, that's a little political. But
I remember when they came with the body cams, we're all like, finally, it don't even matter, bro.
It don't.
No.
It don't.
All it does is give you a reminder of what happened. That's it. Like, it's not even real evidence. Because when the body cam footage comes out, they can say, like, well, you still weren't there in the moment. Like, the camera doesn't show the whole story. Bro, I can run into a 7-Eleven, steal several bags of chips, run out scot-free, right? And y'all get the footage. I'm like, bro, that's not the full story. I actually was, no, that's not even real evidence. No, that's evidence of what happened.
Like,
so why is it used differently?
A bag of chips.
Right. I was actually stealing a bag of chips to protect everybody from chips, because chips are dangerous as fuck. They cause cholesterol and blood. You know what I mean? Like, but
right.
No matter what I say, that is 100% evidence, except when it's used against police.
Oh,
Video is never good enough for police.
Then it's not evidence at all.
No.
We don't have footage of that. We don't have footage of that.
And in the instance of Eric Garner, the person that videotaped them choking him out, they actually tried to hit him and put him in jail. So
he's still in jail. And he testified for the police. Not for Eric, for the police, and they left his ass in jail.
Yep.
That's wild.
Wait, no. Am I talking about the right person? Is it Eric Garner?
Yes, Eric Garner got choked out by that guy. Unlawful, illegal chokehold.
Okay.
The guy got away with it, but he lost his job. The kid that was filming the whole incident got put in jail because he was filming it. He actually cooperated with the police and testified at the at the shit. And that was him trying to cooperate so he can get off. They left his ass in jail. He's still there. Yeah. And all he did was stand there and videotape it.
And they knew, and then guess what happened? If there were any body cams, there's no footage of that, right?
Everybody had a body cam on. Promise.
And there that goes. Real quick, man, we don't have no super chat, nothing like that. We ain't fancy like that yet. So I just want to read a couple things. Soul to Sentai, we know him as Gold, said, us who actually have mental illness are tired of that shit too. When I say I struggle with mental health, motherfuckers look at me like I'm the next school shooter. That's real shit. Let's
He's
see.
right though. He's right though.
Yeah, Brad's Gaming. Corporations are corrupt. The U.S. Has been steadily trying to arm policemen military style, and with the popularity of gun rights, politicians are justifying lethal force. Uh, yeah, that has shit to do with the NRA and all the other shit.
And he's right about that too. They're hitting it right on the head, you know.
Uh, Gold again says martial law, fam, and let's see. Blue code. The blue code is absolutely a thing. Yes, that's when we was talking about cops, good cops or bad, whatever, are not saying anything because of the blue code.
Yeah.
Brad's responding to Gold says the public is being disarmed and our faiths are being placed in superiors without proper training. I'm white, bro. I understand, but I understand the concept. That's what's up.
For sure.
Lee says, so I wonder when they feel like they've armed themselves enough to, and what they'll do next. And then Gold replying to Brad says for sure. So I'm not 100% sure that they're trying to militarize the police in a sense. But they are covering for them. They do have certain amenities where they can just do whatever the fuck they want to. But it's definitely an issue where the police forgot why they are the police. They're supposed to handle things at the lowest threat level possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're supposed to do. There's
Exactly.
a threshold. There's a threshold where the actual subject has to take it there before the police officer would take action. It doesn't depend on the police to go ahead and raise that threat level. It depends on the suspect or the person that they're talking to at that point in time. And honestly, if they were to get, if in the military, if they were to go ahead and get certified, they would fail instantly. So not necessarily military thinking. It's just some, for me, it's some bitch ass shit, right? When I hear a cop tell me, man, I'm just trying to go home at night, then why the fuck are you wearing the uniform, my guy?
Just go home.
Do you know that you can be a fucking plumber or and damn near make the same amount, because cops don't make that much. You can do anything else but this and go home to your family.
Yeah.
But you know what the crazy thing is? You can have other jobs and still not go home to your family because somebody's an asshole on the streets. So,
right?
you know, I get your point. Yeah, if you
the likelihood is higher as a cop.
Right.
So why would you do that?
I don't know. I feel like they're safer than everybody else. You know what I mean?
Seems that
shoot people for no reason because they scared. You know what I mean? Like, they're safer than everyone. We go out there and we could be at a bus stop and some sketch dude can come stand next to you and you're like, man, this dude better not do nothing, bruh.
Right. I'm gonna go
a
get
cop
your
standing
gun.
there. A cop standing in the same position you are and somebody sketch stands next to him. He's like, sir, may I see your ID? You know what I mean? Who's safer?
Like, protect and serve is now a code word for protecting themselves and serving themselves. That's it.
All right, here's another example. It wasn't about a guy didn't get shot, but you had this dude, okay, who was wrongfully arrested for drinking Arizona iced tea, which was mixed with lemonade. He was in a parking lot, and a guy came out and said, I want to see it. He showed him the can. It wasn't alcohol. It was in front of a store. He was waiting for a friend. I guess they were going to go inside or something. And he was drinking it. The guy, forcefully took him down and everything else, called him in. I mean, he got released while later and lost his job, like 6 months or so later. lost his job, and it took him almost a year and a half before they found him innocent and falsely arrested for having a can of Arizona iced tea. Excuse me, it was lemon. It was a mixed one. It was with the tea and the lemonade mixed in a can, and he was racially profiled. He was black.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's the that yeah, I think I remember that one as well. It is crazy out here for African Americans, and not only African Americans, anybody who is not of a particular skin color. So,
You said demographic, that'd be better.
it is nuts, man, and oh man, but we could talk about this for hours. But
yeah, I just thought it should be spoken about because a lot of people weren't speaking about it. I mean, like you said, in that state they had certain laws, but then again, you got to give the guy an opportunity, and you got to say, if I don't see your hands, I'm gonna shoot. He didn't even threaten to shoot him. He didn't even finish his statement. By the time he was doing hand, he was shooting him. All right, he didn't even give the guy a chance. Now, if you felt that threatened, you shouldn't be a police officer. I'm sorry. If you were that scared, you shouldn't be a police officer. There are some rules where you say, put your hands up. You got to give them a second to put their hands up. Not when you're finishing the word hand. You still didn't even finish it and you're shooting. And, I mean, to me, there just needs to be rules and things. And I'm just going to say this. We're almost 2020. This shit needs to stop when it comes to racial profiling. It really does. It needs to stop. With 2020.
I mean, like that. I mean, you're absolutely right, 100%. I'm not even really. I'm against it, but I'm not even really frowning on that. I want the police that we grew up watching on TV that will chase a motherfucker down for 40 minutes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Remember
Like,
that?
what happened to those cops, man? That would chase you down forever, tackle you, and be like, "Ha ha ha!" He died.
They don't have
away,
First of all, they don't have the stamina that old cops did. Because I remember when I was a kid, some of these cops would run their asses off just to get anywhere. Okay,
right.
And and take you down. Okay, they don't have the stamina. I mean, hate to say it, but look at some of the cops. Okay, even in my town, some of them look like they couldn't even run half a block. Sorry.
But I'm
not
those
being
cops,
funny.
man. From TV, man, this would be dope. Watch a
And
chase
not like
scene,
that.
like through kitchens and through houses and
Jumping
like
over fences.
falling on the doghouse, destroying it. And...
well, that's some Shaft and some other shit.
What up, Britt?
I mean,
yeah, what up, Britt?
I just thought it should be, mentioned. I mean, I know this is not your normal type of thing you do on a podcast, but I thought, you asked me for a subject, and that one was really bothering me. So
yeah, man. We appreciate your contribution and bringing up the awareness. Yeah, we're not ignorant to the shit for real, but
there may be some people that listen that don't see, or don't see it in the right perspective, that need to be more aware. And like you said, listen and do what you got to do so you don't get shot. It's just, I mean, like you said, what's his name had a license and everything, and the same thing happened to him. So, like I said, even bringing awareness, you're still caught in a catch-22.
Right. Yeah.
That's my only thing. You're still caught in a catch-22. That's why they don't know what to do. Should I stay or should I go? If I stay, I may just get arrested, but if I stay, I could be shot too. So, and if I run, I could maybe get away if I duck the bullets and he's not a good shot, and get away, or I could get killed there too. So, I hate to say it, but you guys are caught in a catch-22, and it's a damn shame. It really is.
Right.
It's sad.
And my advice as somebody who is familiar with that, do what the cops tell you to do. 9 times out of 10, you should come out unscathed and you should be arrested. That should be it. Resisting arrest is not a good thing. It's also a charge. It'll add on to your sentence if you're found guilty. Keep your hands up. Don't reach for any place where you can hide a gun. and normally that's in the back of your that's in the back of your pants. Your waist is anywhere around your waist or somewhere I know y'all know how blazers have little pockets
Right.
on the inside. Don't reach for there either. Just keep your hands up. Let the cops search you if need be. Let the cops search you. Do not reach for anything. If anybody's listening to this, I'm telling you, and you run into the cops, don't reach for nothing.
And also, when you say that, if they say, I need an ID, just say, okay, it's in this pocket if you want to reach for it, because I don't want you to think I'm reaching for something else, especially if you're not armed. Let them reach in themselves.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
You
let them know. You let them know exactly where anything is. Anything that they want, you let them know exactly where it is.
Because you just mentioned something. If the guy is holding it in his back pocket, right, and he goes to reach, some people hide their guns back there. They may shoot him.
Yeah.
If they got a jacket on, it's in their jacket pocket. You don't want to reach inside a jacket either because they may feel threatened. So say, it's in my jacket pocket. You come and get it because I don't want you to think I'm reaching for nothing. And if they all have cams on now,
permission to handcuff them. Like, hey, bro, just get over here and handcuff me, bro. I don't want to deal with
this. I mean, but in that sense, you're violating their rights, their Fourth Amendment rights. And as a cop, you kind of want to be protected for not doing an illegal search if you don't have probable cause. That's real shit. So
yeah, but if you give them permission, no, I'm not reaching in my pocket for nothing because you ain't gonna think I've got something else. I give you permission to search me. Go ahead and keep your hands up.
No, right. You don't give them permission to
not
do
necessarily
that,
search.
You do that, they plant something on you, gone.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that.
Let me
for the wallet for the ID thing. Go ahead.
Just arrest me, bro. Just arrest me. That's all come handcuff me. That's it.
Come arrest you.
Just come put my handcuffs on, bro. Just come here. Put his handcuffs on.
Look again. Legally, they can't do that.
Exactly. I'm trying to get off whatever. If I got something on me, I want trying to get away with this shit. Just get over here and arrest me, nigga. Go here. I'm not giving you nothing.
Legally, they can't do that shit unless they have the probable cause. Now you can have them pat you down. They cannot arrest you because if they search you, that's an arrest. So it goes hand in hand.
So they want me to search. They want me to search myself and arrest myself. That's why I'm not doing it. It's not smart. It's not even smart to comply.
No, you can have them pat you down.
Yeah, but if I tell them that I'm cool with it, and they put something on me, nah, nope.
See, and then that's again that's another topic where cops are actually planting shit to make shit look real and boosting their arrest rate. That's a totally different topic. But you're right. That is something to be aware of and cautious of. But
listen, take me to the station. Take me to the station. Listen. I'm not going to look. Listen. Okay. I understand you have this thing against me right now, and that's cool.
I'm gonna read Brad's question, and then we're gonna move on. Titanfall can answer it. Question for Titanfall Princess: has she ever known anyone personally that was racially profiled?
She knows me. Yeah, she does.
Actually, yes, I do. I've known more than one. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I even see it not even with the cops. I see it going into a store. Where
definitely.
When I was with somebody in a store, and we were walking, and they kept bugging the shit out of him. Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? And then he finally just said, "No, can I help you?" He said, "Can I help you?" They just wouldn't leave him alone. Do you need help? I mean, they followed him around and did everything and whatever. I mean, I've seen it in stores as well. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it with cops too.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I've seen it. I've seen it in more than one aspect. Yes, and I was personally there with them.
Okay. Well, again, like I said, man, y'all ever approached by the cops, just do what they ask. Just do what they ask. All right. Gold said I can't even count the times I've been racially profiled in the store.
Right.
All right.
it's a damn shame that it still exists nowadays. It really does.
I was in Montana at a Walmart, and I was getting looked at.
Yeah, because you don't belong in Montana, bro.
Right. Look at this New York looking motherfucker.
Look. See, nah. See, look, now gold doesn't give any validity to whatever the fuck he just said. He said, "Yeah, I was stealing shit, but it's still fucked up."
It is though. You didn't know you were gonna steal anything until you did it.
Just because I'm a thief, don't mean you gotta look at me.
Don't mean you gotta look at me. Word. Yeah, that's crazy, gold.
I'm not a criminal until I commit a crime. Fuck out of here.
Okay, Lee says she's been followed and watched too. All right.
It's a shame.
It is. Hey yo, if you haven't already, man, hit that like button. Right?
Word.
You know what I mean? There's some good, I mean, not just tooting my own horn or throwing, shooting gas for us. There's some good shit for real, man. If you like topics like this, man, you brand new to the channel, this is what we do. As long as you got a topic and you want us to talk about it, we'll go ahead and talk about it. As long as it's not religion and politics. Those are the things that people will sit there and call you a bad person for whatever the freak you believe in. And I mean, it is what it is, man. Hit that like button, share with your friends, share with your family, anybody like that. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber, man. We would appreciate it.
I mean,
we would definitely appreciate it.
One thing you got to do is talk about real things that are happening. You can't be blind to it. You can't have a blind eye, and you got to make yourself aware of what's really going on out there in the world. And I do that. I even do that on my channel, even though my channel is mostly a gaming channel. When something comes up, I do talk about what goes on because I think it's wrong.
Yep.
Well, might take that into consideration, but we try to keep it, cool here. This is a place where you want to escape from the real shit, mostly. What up, Kiera? Yep. All right, man. So on to some fuckery, like some crazy dude shit. Yeah, no religion and politics. Gold. No, we're not talking about atheism and Donald Trump. No.
I kind of want to talk about that.
He's trying to get us in there. He's trying to get us in the
He
rabbit hole,
trying to make us a political podcast.
Right.
No, man, we ain't doing that shit, man. Nah.
He's like,
Trust
you
me,
right.
With that topic, we could be here all night long, actually all week long.
Yeah, then I would have to continuously put up the goddamn disclaimer every freaking day, bro. Like, yo, every week, yo, man. Look, I know y'all hear me, and I say this a lot, but we're not bad people for our opinions. All right, let's go.
Right, you gonna cut it short every time.
Yeah, gotta cut it short. Hey, yo, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Disclaimer. Just like
Right,
y'all know what it is. Disclaimer. Just leave it alone.
Disclaimer.
But yeah, man. Future says he has 5 wives, yo.
Fuck.
I'm not sure if he mean that in the legal terms or street shit, but he said that he has 5 wives.
Like,
what y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about polygamy?
Polygamy's fire, son.
Oh man.
I think it's messed up.
Polygamy is fire. Have as many wives as you want. You take them all. It's like Pokemon, son. All right, catch them all.
I think it's a mixed bag. Sounds good until you gotta get out of the bed and deal with them on a person-to-person basis, and you gotta keep them all happy. You know how hard it is to keep one woman happy? All right, listen, it's difficult. Right? So to have 5 of the motherfuckers in the same house, hell nah, hell nah. But
I just want to know.
They're gonna want to flip it the other way around. If you are looking to do that, they're probably going to get some polygamy going on for themselves too. So, if you want a woman to several husbands, go for it.
Damn, this dude got 10 kids.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Like,
yeah. Also, he probably has about 9. Kiara said he has about 9 or 10 kids.
This dude got more kids than that. Don't be fooled.
I know
Dude got like
DMX got like
13,
15
kids.
or some shit. DMX got a
They
lot.
they're all on an NDA fucking contract.
Oh man. See, the
Yeah,
thing is
man.
like, was he doing this from a bragging standpoint? Like was somebody talking about women and he was like, you talk about I don't get girls, nigga. I'm married to 5. Like, like what thing did somebody ask? Like, are you married? And then he just gave a genuine answer. So yeah, 5 to 5 women.
And they were all okay with it? That's a little weird. That's different.
Right.
Shit, I mean, like, don't Fetty Wap got like 100 kids?
Fetty Wap? I don't know how many he
Fetty,
got, man.
man, Fetty Wap got a whole. He got a village. That dude. See, Gold said Future got 5 wives but can't take care of 1 kid. Fuck him and his views. Next subject. Brad's game is talking about Trump. I don't even want to say it. It's funny. Brittany says, she says if each party is fine with it, and everybody has an understanding, it should be fine. But that's rarely the case. Yeah, that's true.
It's like what is the process when he has to like divorce one of them and they want half? So like if they all divorce him and get half, so is it half of half of half? Like times 5? Or
No,
like
they get half and they split that. They don't keep taking. They don't get his half. You know what I mean? You keep half of your assets, and they split
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So how do you like even
If
determine?
it's 6 of them, they get 1/6 of whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, they get 1/6 of whatever half is. It's not fair to keep half of my half.
Right, they're gonna orchestrate it like, yo, when you gonna divorce this nigga? Aye.
Oh, they don't want. Yeah, they take their time and they do it in order. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'll be back. If they do it the same year, yeah, it's gonna be half of. They're gonna split that half.
Who determines whether
Fetty takes care of his kids? Okay.
Fetty Wap takes care of his kids. I ain't know that, man. I ain't think he did that.
I
Where is
wonder
Fetty
which
Wap?
one.
That's to do with the eye, right?
Yeah.
Where he at?
1738.
1738.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Yeah, he can kind of sing. That shit is awkward, son.
That's funny.
Oh man.
It is, man. Oh
Yeah,
man.
These dudes is out of control, man.
So, Titanfall Princess, why do you think that polygamy is fucked up? You just said it's fucked up. So why do you think that it is?
I think on either side is fucked up. Why would you? First of all, with all the diseases going on out there, and like you said, being a couple with just 2 people is hard enough alone. Why would you want a mixture of people there? That makes no sense to me. I just don't understand it. I don't understand that. I mean, because I hate to say it, I wouldn't want, because when somebody sleeps with somebody, you're also sleeping with everybody else they slept with. That's nasty.
Oh.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
That's being a human, ain't it?
But let's say
no, it's nasty. It's nasty. To me, it's just nasty. I don't agree with that.
All right, but let's say marriage is just like the unnatural thing about being a human. You gotta pick one out of the 8 billion people or some shit. Why not all of them? That's natural to me.
And then there's more women than men. It's like it's not fair, bro. We all get taken up, bro. We got all these lonely
just
women.
one? Come on,
Again, hold up, time out, everybody, time out. Disclaimer. All right, go.
Just what?
I just don't agree with it. Maybe call me old fashioned or somebody have values. I just don't agree with it.
He did it the right way because
I'm not really dead serious about this shit.
He did it the right way, right? He could just be like, "Man, I'm tired of dealing with Michelle, bro. Like, what you doing? What you doing, Natalie? What's up? You want to go out tonight? All right. See, he doing it right. He give them their space. He comes back when he needs to. You know what I'm saying?
That's some messed up shit. Because you're talking about somebody and then they have kids, all these things, so they leave. So what about the kids? They don't get their daddy in their lives. That's not right either. when you're bouncing around from 4 and 5 different people because you're all not living together. You got all these kids. Where's daddy when the kid needs the daddy?
Or the mama.
Or the mama, yeah, oh well, I'm gonna take the kid with me to go see his other siblings, okay? And he misses his mom. He don't want to be around some other woman that's not his mom, or she don't want to be around another woman that's not her mom. Same thing with if it was on the reverse and a woman did that, okay? He'd be like, no, I want to be my daddy. I want my daddy. That's not my daddy.
Dang.
There's consequences to you doing that, especially when kids are involved. Because the kids should have both their mom and dad in their life, not just when they feel like it.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother subject. Let's not go there.
Yeah, I'm about to say kids don't understand. They'll be okay with it until they're a certain age to where they actually do understand. Because they don't know no better. But yeah. So this poses a question, since you said that you're sleeping with everybody that they slept with. So does a person switching off from polygamy, does a person's past mean anything?
To an extent, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what's your
why is this one on me?
What's your deadline number?
We're so tired of talking to each other, bro. We hate each other.
So what's the amount of women that a man has to sleep with, or whoever you mess with has to sleep with, for you to be like, nah, I'm good?
Listen, if you've been around the block that many times, you can go somewhere because you're going to keep on going around the block.
But if you just laps,
yeah. If you're somebody that's been with a few people in your life, but you've had breaks. It's not like you like on one person after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Shit just didn't work out for whatever reason. Something happened. I mean, nobody's you can't hold that against them. So it just depends on the situation. If you're just a dog, you're just a dog, go somewhere. But if you somebody had legit issues that you worked out, you took some time for yourself, you weren't out there just, okay, well, excuse my mouth, I need to get laid, I need to do this, no, you figured out yourself and didn't let, your other head talk. You figured out with your top head, not your bottom head, what to do, then it's all right.
All right, so you're excusing it for a sex addict, but not a person who just wants to go ahead and get that work in.
Wait, say that again? No.
I don't even know what he means.
If you're just
what I said was she's excusing it for a sex addict because that's what it seemed like.
I didn't excuse it for a sex addict. No, I said people who keep running around the block are just going to keep on doing it, whether with you or not. I don't excuse that. And no, you're not gonna. I don't want nothing to do with you. Somebody I said who has been with in lengthy relationships, but shit went wrong or whatever. But yet they took time. They took time off, and they didn't just keep screwing around, and took time for themselves, and really just I'm the right person will come along, or whatever, or maybe I'll meet somebody else. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to worry about myself and concentrate on themselves. That's the type of person, even if they were with more than one person, it didn't work out, that shit happens like that. Okay. Sometimes you find out somebody's an asshole, or, shit happens where somebody cheats on you, whatever, then you got to let that go. You got to get away. You can't hold that against that man if the woman did it, vice versa. You can't hold against the woman if the man, if the man did it, if he's cheating on her, she's got to get out of that situation. She don't know what he's going to bring home to her, health wise. So you got to, but you also got to deal with a person that, one, has their own sense, has their own mind. Okay. Two, knows how to live on, take care of themselves. You don't want somebody dependent on you as well.
Let's generalize for a second. All right. So we can generalize and say that there's two kinds of people. There's trash, and then there's quality. Okay.
Yeah.
Two types. Let's say that a man or a lady, okay, a person deals with only trash people, right? What's the maximum amount of people that person can have if you decide to talk to them? You know what I mean? If they only deal with quality, can that number be higher?
Look, I think it's an age thing, man. After a certain age, it vanishes. Who cares?
No, it doesn't go anywhere, bro.
It goes somewhere.
No, it doesn't.
Son, your body has mileage. Every single part of your body has fucking mileage, son. So it ain't about no damn age thing. There's no such thing as a virgin again. There's none of that. All right.
This that virgin again thing used to drive me wild, bro. Or not counting somebody because it wasn't the kind of sex you wanted. Like, that's wild too.
Look, I'm just saying that 40 bodies at 18 is way more significant than 40 bodies at 40. I think if you have 200 bodies at 40, it's not even terrible, right? Because you're 40. It shouldn't matter.
Okay, I see where you're going. I see where you're going on that. I kind of see where he's going on that. I kind of do.
40's 40.
I see where he's going. I don't necessarily agree with it.
All right, first of all, I think I'm the only female here. That's not fair. Okay, and I'm getting all the questions hit at me. So you know what, girls in the comment section, tell these guys what I'm talking about. Tell them what I'm talking about. We haven't even expected
you to say anything.
I was trying to take the heat off you. I was trying to say something controversial for your sake.
Oh, I didn't sound like that. I was listening to it the wrong way. It didn't sound like that.
It doesn't reach every year.
First of all, you didn't even answer the question. So
we just ran off. Like,
all you did was say that they need a couple laps around the block, and I'm like,
I didn't say they need a couple. I said I don't want somebody that's taking laps around the block.
All right, man.
Which means they're hitting
still not specific.
Yeah, it is. They're hitting every house, which means they're a dog. I said that. If they're a dog, no.
All right, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Is it above it, like double digits is an issue for you?
How double?
Like, okay, let's say 11.
You go all the way up to 99 now.
I like that answer. How double?
How double? Let's say 11.
I don't like double trouble. All right, so
let's say 11.
You know what also depends? It also depends on what age I am and when she started. So
I bet the quality of people matters a lot too.
I mean,
who you've been sleeping with.
If I was still in high school and this guy has he's 16, 17 years old, and he's trying to get with me, but he's been with 11 people and he's only 16, 17. No, sir. No.
Hey,
that's too many at that age. That's too many at that age. Come on.
So triple digits is out of the question. You don't want to go anywhere from 99 all the way probably down to 20. Okay.
But you're all quality people though. Like,
yeah, the quality.
Listen,
because for trash people, it's like
different topic.
Quality people.
It would be awful. It would be awful.
They talk about quality people are people that have stable jobs, have money. You know what happens?
They don't have diseases.
Well, no. Well, yeah.
You gonna have none of that shit, but if you don't have diseases, that's quality to me. Sorry.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that those people you talk about, people think that, have the best jobs or whatever. Most of them, you'll find out those are the dogs, and those are the ones that are catching things, but they got the money. Oh yeah, some of them are. Yes, they are.
There are. I think the amount of people who are unemployed that are garbage exceed those who are employed that are garbage. So
okay, all right. So I want to read something. All right, so starting from Brit, where people can also lie. So, do we ever know the real body count? Well, when it comes to women, ain't it like times 2, like divided by whatever the fuck? Like, right. So I mean, there's a universal thing there. Lee says, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not really sure. It's like times 2, whatever. What is the quality of people versus trash people? That's that has to do with I guess universal looks and universal expectations when it comes to a partner. I'm not sure.
I know what a trash person is. It's somebody when you sleep with them the next morning, you're kind of worried about whether or not your shit's gonna fall off.
I was gonna say, can we call no offense to prostitutes, but can we call a prostitute a trash people?
Yes.
so I guess like it doesn't necessarily mean
that's offensive.
That you don't have a job. You can have a job and still be, you know what I mean?
That's offensive. Hey, disclaimer.
It's not offensive, bro. It's not.
Look, how do we even judge trash people? Like, do we judge it also by looks? So profession looks, and what else can we judge a trash people by?
all right.
How many
Nah,
bodies they have? That's a trash people maybe.
Nah,
Alright,
I don't know,
so-
man, because I think we've all waken up the next morning and been like, I don't know, I probably shouldn't have did that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
How about like also it depends on the general area too. You can't smash 12 people that live in the same building. That's just fucked up.
Yo,
So-
see, now we getting
then
into
you're a
tech- now we
trash
getting into
person if you're doing that.
Now we
You're
get
the
into
trash person.
technicalities. I want to read the stuff. Yo, Gold says hypothetically, let's say you started having sex at 13. You about to be 30.
You're a trash
and you
person.
got 20 plus bodies. He a dog? He trash? That person's
At
trash?
13, you're a trash person. Yes.
Damn.
It's too late. You're already trash.
Damn, bro.
It's over.
That's trash.
You're trash.
Right.
Damn, man. All
You
right.
can't listen to your parents. At 13, you can
What?
listen to your parents. Don't do this, and you did it anyway. You're trash. It's the easiest thing to do is not do that, and you did it. You're trash.
So I had sex when I was 13, so I'm a dog. So Brittany says, I don't really care how this goes. My body count is actually 0.
There we go.
All
Credit.
right. A girl
Credit
named
to you.
Rose. Welcome to the stream. I'm not a female, but as a male identifying as Rose, where do I stand? I have no idea, my guy.
You stand in equal rights, bro. You stand in equal rights, Rose.
I have no idea,
just
my
an-
dude.
Yeah, just as an opinion as me, I guess.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I don't know, man. Like half your hair is gone from your picture. You got that mustache that looks creepy. I don't know, my guy. Brittany says I care more about any STD than
That's the quality I'm talking about, bro. Doesn't
yeah.
matter
And then
how
she
many.
said,
It's the
"We've
quality.
all-"
All right. What if you
And then
had
she
30?
addressed you.
That's because she doesn't
She just-
understand, bro. She's been alive long
She
enough.
addressed you. She's like, nah, that's just you, Biz. Then
She
she
ain't been alive
LOL.
long enough, man. She can't talk to me about
Then-
that. She don't know.
Then Mr. Rose said, just trolling fellas. And
and woman.
sexual health definitely matters the most. Okay, that's what's up, man. What if your
what
parents
if-
never told you not to have sex?
What
I'm
if
saying, like,
this
if you have
chick is
4
16?
people who have a record of that versus 100 who don't, I'm probably gonna lean toward the one who has 100 don't. You know what I mean?
This kind of goes into Gold's comment too. What if you a 16-year-old chick who had 20 bodies, right?
Trash.
That's right. But
Mhm.
she became like abstinent after that until she was like 30 something. Is that terrible?
I mean,
All right, I
if
got a
you say
question.
your number
I-
at
I-
30, if you say your number at 30 and it's 13, or how many was it?
16, you had 20 bodies.
Oh, trash.
That's nasty. That's nasty, especially for I guys do shit more often because first of all they can't get they make somebody pregnant but they can't get pregnant. Okay,
There's a bunch of
female-
technicalities.
yeah, females
All
though,
the
females
technicalities.
females need to be more respectful because first of all I'm gonna tell you guys aren't gonna look at you. They see you doing 16 20 guys when you're 15 16 years old. They got no use for you. Yeah, the only use they got for you is to get some, and you're gone. They ain't going they ain't gonna want to be with you and have a relationship with you. And I like to know why after that many people she stood abstinent. That's a good question too. Why? Did you catch something, had to get rid of it, and took that long to get rid of it?
Or maybe she was just like, I'm tired of having sex with these guys. They're annoying. And then you just become abstinent for like 16 years.
Or they went to the church, and at that point they only smash your
Church.
pastor.
But like, sex ain't
Mhm.
shit. I'm gonna do something else.
My God.
Hey, thanks for the love, Mr. Rose, by being amused by this podcast, man. Appreciate it.
I love you
I'm,
too, Barrett. I love
I'm
you,
skeptical about the amused comment. It's kind of weird.
It
But
sounds
all
kind of
right,
like condescending a little bit.
Yeah,
don't read it.
Gold said, "Fuck your disclaimer." Hey, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Gold. I mean, he called me trash too. I mean, I don't know what to say. If she was 16, she probably matured. Okay. Again, that's a whole different That's a whole different thing. It all
Just
depends on the person.
Just don't tell that story. When you get 30, let's
Well,
don't tell the story about you were 16 and had 20 bodies. It's not important anymore, okay?
Oh yeah, but you know what? You know what the other thing could be? Maybe she had 20 bodies and had a kid, had to grow it up and get it out of the house before she could bring somebody else in there because nobody else wants to deal with somebody else's child.
Oh, you're saying she's the same
Damn.
person. She just can't be that person
Even
right now.
more
Trash.
technicalities.
Trash.
More
You asked.
I did, man. I didn't.
I told y'all she was trash. I try to I try to understand.
We ran through 100 technicalities, bro. We ran through 100 already. 100. That's crazy, man.
But what if? No, let me stop.
Stop it.
Oh man.
What if she just was curious?
Yeah.
Shit, man. But
Future
society
has
is crazy,
5
man.
wives.
Society is crazy, bro. Again, shouts out to the slut walk and all that shit, man. Whatever y'all want to do, man, do it. That's all I got to say on that. I don't want to get into any more technicalities or anything like that. Shouts out to the slut walk, yo.
Trash.
All right, man. Y'all killing me, man. Hey, yo, hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and please hit that subscribe button if you're brand new, and that notification bell, man. We do this every Sunday at 6 or 6:05 or 6:30. But yeah, we do this
sometimes.
Sundays, man. And if you have time when you're not, because football season's coming up, if you have time, just stop on through or listen back, man.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
football.
We're gonna have like 2 viewers. That's gonna be us.
2 viewers, man. But we appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Definitely.
I'll come by and say hi while I'm watching the football game and just say,
yeah,
hi.
give us the update. Give us the update.
We be waiting around for information.
Shit, hell, we might even dive into sports a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
You want to watch it on the podcast?
Nah, not that, man. We gonna get fucking copyright.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
Well, yeah, we ain't monetizing yet, so yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be monetized, but this can still take you down for 3 months. So
True indeed. All right, man. Titanfall Princess, have you seen the Chappelle stand-up, the latest one?
not yet. No, I was gonna watch it yesterday. I'll probably watch it. Hopefully, we'll watch it tonight.
Ah, shit.
I didn't see it yet. Don't tell me nothing.
About watching it.
I know. I said I was gonna watch it. Something came up. I couldn't watch it. I'm gonna do it tonight.
Why you buy those hot Cheetos for? You lied to us.
No, look. I didn't even open my bag of hot Cheetos yet. I didn't even open them yet. I'm saving it for the Chappelle show.
Nah, man. You sitting there playing Street Fighter, Virtual Fighter, fucking.
I'm on the podcast right. Wait,
Kingdom of Fighters.
Wait a minute. How am I supposed to watch? How am I supposed to watch Dave Chappelle while I'm on a podcast with you? Now, wouldn't that be rude?
No, beforehand.
Not really.
Beforehand.
Some stale Cheetos.
No, I had to go shopping earlier, so I went shopping first.
Brawlhalla.
And now I'm playing the game because I'm on the podcast. So there.
Oh shit! She ain't even giving us 100% attention. She was like, "I'll give you a half."
No, I am giving 100% because I'm the one answering most of the questions. So how's that?
No, you're not. We're asking the questions. You're ducking and dodging.
Right. She walked around the block with the manses. That was crazy.
She never did say how many, huh?
Yeah.
I said it depends on the situation.
Which makes sense. I got you.
Yeah, you definitely started a technicalities conversation. All right, man. So we can't even talk.
Blame that on me.
So chat, did y'all hot Cheetos is fucking trash? Yo, you bugging.
Yo, you see now you're trash again.
Bugging.
Don't say that about hot Cheetos.
Bugging, man. It's finger licking good, bruh. Hot fries are way better.
I don't know about that, fam. They older. I think.
Hot fries, yo, they good, man. They good. It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
Chill.
They crisp different. I agree. Hot fries are a little bit better. They crunch differently.
Yeah.
Hot fries are still goat. I mean, hot Cheetos are still goat.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Word.
Don't you ever speak blasphemous shit again. I go.
I don't like it.
I got a question for you guys. Okay.
Go ahead.
One time I was in the chat and I said LeBron James was the best of all times. And when you guys disagreed with me, why?
It was
It
probably
was me,
sick.
and we don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that. The next time you
Mhm.
come on, that could go ahead and be a topic. You know what I'm saying? He might be on his way to retirement or whatever. But oh look, it's A-list. What's good, son?
Look at this A-list guy.
Oh, wait a minute. You have time.
Look at all this
see,
nerds.
see now, guys in chat, listen to this. They have time to answer your questions, but when I make a comment, they disagree. They don't have time to talk to me about my stuff.
I disagree.
all right, man. You know what?
Oh,
You-
wow.
Oh, damn.
Timefall. Listen. I'm gonna need you to listen good. All right. Everything is in context. I think this has been the entire podcast from when we started talking about shootings to now. You need to listen to this. All right.
I'm listening.
You started the whole technicalities thing when we asked you a certain question, and then it became a good topic. We don't have time to talk about LeBron James and it's going to be my disdain for his blind fans. That's basically what it is. I appreciate him as far as what he do off the court. He's a great basketball player, but his fans are an issue, and I will talk about that shit some other time.
All I said was,
This dude passionately hates this guy.
I know.
All I said was, I would like to know why you didn't answer. You say I'm dodging your questions, which I'm not. Okay, but you dodged my. All you said is I disagree, and that's the answer I got. Why do you disagree? We're here to agree to disagree, but you didn't give me an answer why you disagree.
Yo,
If you just don't
that's what
like
It's
it,
happened.
not.
you just
No,
don't
do
like
I might have to go. All right, you know what? You make a
No,
good point. I might have to go ahead and edit this because I wanted to move on. I wanted to move on to what we consider gambling. Okay, because I did talk to you about that.
Let's not go there. Oh,
No,
Lord.
we have to because there's something that needs to be said about what is considered gambling in video games.
Right.
But okay, so since you want to do it, look, A-list has already said he going to bed, y'all. Since you want
The basketball sleep.
football flames, European football is probably flames for you, but
That's more boring than baseball. I don't know how people watch that, man.
but all right. So let's get into this. Why do you think that he's great?
I just think I asked you the question. Don't flip this shit on me now. Come on now.
Hey,
There you go.
exactly. Give it.
Okay,
Back
okay,
up.
all right.
Back
So
up.
all right, so
Answer the
LeBron
question,
James.
and then answer the question, then we can.
All right,
move
I'm about
on.
to answer the question.
All right.
Now, what's your question, please, so I can go ahead and.
I said
and
I said I put in chat one time that he was the best of all times, and you disagreed, but you didn't give me an answer why he disagreed.
Okay, all right. So that's not necessarily a question. You wanted me to answer to your statement. So
No,
LeBron
you disagreed.
James
No, wait. You disagreed, but you didn't say why you disagreed. You said I
Okay.
disagree.
I disagree that LeBron James is not the GOAT or not the best of all time because of how he handled himself and what he did to go ahead and get those championships. Because if he didn't get those championships, y'all still wouldn't consider him to be the GOAT. The championships were the like pretty much the main factor in him even being the GOAT. So what he did was he couldn't win in Cleveland. So he developed a stacked team in Miami, got a championship, not the first year, but the second year. He crumbled in the first year. He crumbled in the first year against Dallas. Nobody ever expected Dirk Nowitzki to get a fucking ring in Dallas, okay? But LeBron gave that to him, okay? He needed to stack.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
He gave him that championship because he didn't show up. It was Dwayne Wade that was showing up. The second year, they went and got let's see how many. No, they didn't get Ray Allen the first time, but the second year they actually won, and that was against Oklahoma City. That was the young boys of Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka. Okay, that's cool. You know, I give him that. I didn't want him to get it, not for him personally, but for his fans. The fans, you guys are fucking insane. He can do no wrong. This man can do no wrong.
He can't.
Okay, cool. He can't. Okay,
What he's done wrong? Nothing. Hasn't done anything
So,
wrong. Hasn't broken any laws. Hasn't beaten any women. No.
so that's where we're
He's
going
not a
with it. All
gambler.
right. So
No. Doesn't do cocaine.
so then the next year he went ahead and got a repeat. That was cool. And then he couldn't win the final year in Miami, so he had to go ahead and make another stack team back in Cleveland.
Well, I got a question. You said
You
he
say you
couldn't
sound
win.
like Ryan Howard.
Wait, you know what? No, I think he just don't. I just don't think he likes the dude. You know why? Because he's saying he didn't do it. Isn't it a team effort as well? You need.
That's my point. That's one of my points. That's one of my points. Everybody always says when LeBron James win a championship, LeBron James won a championship. And nobody ever says it's a team sport until he loses. Which is
wait,
but you do that with all the greats.
Right.
You do that with Kobe. You do that with Mike. You do that with everybody.
Which is 6 out of the 9 times. Which is 6 out of 9 times that he actually gone to the championship. So
the point is that you do that with everybody, all the superstars. When the superstars lose, it's not them, it's the team. And when they win, it's them. You do that for everybody.
Right. Derek Fisher, the GOAT, son. He got like 6 championships.
16 championships.
I don't do that. I do not do that. I do not subscribe to the whole thing that one person actually done it for the team. I don't do that.
Most do that.
Most do that. Yes, definitely. I don't do that. So,
but it's not a LeBron conversation. What I'm saying, it's a player conversation. You do that.
No,
for
when it comes to
player.
LeBron, you guys do not know what I fucking deal with when it comes to LeBron fans. Like,
you sound like what the fuck going on with your life, bro?
I got a bunch of them at work, my dude. That's all they do.
He got PTSD right now.
This dude hate LeBron because of his co-workers. Give him a hard time about who he is.
I don't know why I have to keep saying this. Like I keep telling everybody, I like LeBron. I like what he does off the court. I like what he does on the court. The man is nice. But I'm not gonna sit there and call him the GOAT when I look at his track record of everything that he does. He stacked teams. He didn't want no damn competition for real.
All the good players had good teams, though, man. He never had one until he left.
Yeah, go back and look at Michael Jordan, okay?
His team was amazing.
And listen, Michael Jordan, he scored more than Michael Jordan did. But everybody can tell Michael Jordan is the best of all times.
He scored because Michael Jordan took like 2 years off. And Jordan was still that high. That's a fact. I'm not trying to defend Michael Jordan. That's a fact.
I understand, but you just brought up a point
stupid.
too when I said that about when I said about team. Then Jordan can't be the best of all times, like people say, because it was a team effort. So you can't say that either.
And they did it without him almost. You know, I mean, it can't be that important.
You can. Well, almost doesn't count. Talk to Brandy.
Does count.
So it almost doesn't count with Michael Jordan, but it counts for him, but it doesn't count over on the other side with LeBron. Wow, those people at work really must be getting on your nerves, huh?
They definitely get on my fucking nerves. They definitely get on my nerves.
You can't dislike a man because of people.
Tom
who
Brady
are
isn't
fans.
the GOAT. I'm asleep. I'll talk to you.
Here's the thing. I'm telling you. See, and that's the problem and this is another subject that I want to talk about, where when you speak truth to whoever the fuck somebody like, it's automatically hating. It's a fact.
You haven't said anything true yet.
You gotta realize.
I didn't. Hold on. I didn't say that he did. So him stacking the team was not true. Him losing. Him losing
championship
to
teams normally have stacked teams. Yes.
Now they do because
always have.
Are you kidding?
Championship teams have always had a franchise around where you knew all the players. Like they've always been good teams.
You mean you have 1 or 2 good players and then the rest of a bunch of role players?
It's like 3 good players.
Is that what you mean?
Kawhi took it by himself.
Listen,
Toronto.
I just brought it up actually.
In a way.
I just actually brought that up just to bust your chops because you were doing that sex things with me. I didn't really mean to go that far.
And it said, "Time for you from the East Coast. Why you capping for LeBron?"
It's crazy, son. But anyway.
I did it to bust your chops.
I appreciate that. Good content. But it's fucking crazy, man. You LeBron fans are fucking insane because
You can say
y'all
they
got
were
mad
Kobe
at
fans too, man. They're the worst.
I like
Kobe fans are the worst.
I like other players too. There's other players that I like,
Y'all-
but
I mean,
I just think that's a bunch of chops.
I
I'm
know,
the type of
I know.
person to be like, second place
know.
don't exist. If you didn't get that gold, you ain't nothing. That's sick. Got to the finals 8 times, only win 3. Trash. Like he got to the finals 8 times though.
Yeah, but you like the way I see that way, man. You just got there to lose.
But he got there.
It's like, okay,
Pretty much-
all right, let me ask you a question. Does making
To
the Olympic
lose.
team matter or nothing? Like, let's say you made the Olympic team. Does that mean anything at all? Is that like an accolade to be celebrated, making the Olympic team?
Well, I think it's an accolade, yeah.
Okay, then you get on the Olympic team and then you make it to, I don't know, silver medal?
Gold.
That means nothing?
That means a lot. He just got second place.
That's different. That is
It is
different.
not.
All right, but
It's
you know,
not.
I just want to bring up one more point. You know, you talk about people having good rosters. Wherever no, it's funny nobody picks on Golden State, and they got a super roster, and nobody picks on them.
We know how they got their team.
It doesn't
do.
matter. I know. I'm just saying. It's just a point. It's just a little point
They're
that
no
I just
different
threw
than
at
trading
you.
for a good team.
I mean, they did.
They did a whole lot of drafting, and they did a couple of trades
No, I know.
Yeah.
and
I'm
one
just-
signing.
I'm just trying to liven up shit, make
I know,
us have
I
more
know.
fun. I'm just trying to make the people laugh and chat. I just want everybody to laugh and chat so they can smash that like button, you know. For,
Yeah, man,
They
appreciate
don't ever
y'all,
do that,
man.
man. Don't ask
Yep.
me.
Hit that like button, man. We appreciate y'all, yo. Yeah, my vein ain't about to pop, bro. I'm good.
He's so used to talking about this, it's probably crazy.
I'm good.
Oh, man.
She's rustling them jimmies. What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, bro.
Rustling them jimmies, huh?
Hustling them jimmies.
I don't even want to imagine what that means.
what does that mean?
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
You already inquired too far, my man. So just let it happen.
Oh, look, Gold is a diehard Warriors fan.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Nah,
I mean,
they-
you could be a
they-
diehard Steph Curry fan, but
he have 11 stock accounts. You're welcome for the likes. Oh, appreciate it, A-list.
Do that, man. Do that, man. Appreciate that.
he responded to us in all those accounts, man. You brilliant.
Word, yo, A-list. Are you Rose, nigga?
Right.
No, but he's the asshole. He's gonna say all the likes we got are not deserving.
Yeah. Damn, yo, you always do that. All right, man. All right, we want to talk about. We're gonna switch gears. Something that Titanfall Princess was also a little passionate about that she streamed on her channel, where she said that the recent backlash that 2K was getting for having slot machines and pachinko and spin the wheels is not gambling to her. I disagreed, and I wanted to go ahead and discuss it on what constitutes as gambling. Timefall, could you expand a little bit on why you think it's not?
Well, I think it's not gambling because you're not putting money out to hopefully win something. It's free. The lottery is gambling where you put money out and hope to win something. But you're spinning a wheel or doing something. That's how you get your perks. Okay. That's how you get your perks, by playing the game or doing whatever. You're not putting cash money out and hope to win. It's free. It's free. And you're just spinning a wheel to get your perks. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Gambling is it's just like you go to any casino. You have to, you go to a slot machine. You have to put your own money in and gamble, pull that lever and gamble to win. You could put $100 in there and never hit at all. At all.
But in this sense, you're always hitting at least something, right? Is that what you said?
Yep. Yeah, but it's free. It's free. It's just like an example I brought up, and somebody was laughing at me. Okay, it's like there's two things they laughed at, but here's two examples. you go to a kid's party, they have a piñata hanging up. Each kid blindfolds himself, trying to take a turn to hit that, to take a chance. Okay. But it's free to get all that candy. They're going to get something. Okay. It's free. Just like there are big charities that go on. Okay. To raise money for awareness of something, whether it be, cancer or children in the hospital with cancer or brain tumors or whatever. They have this big banquet. Okay. They have wheels in there and everything to pay. But to me, that's not gambling because all the money they give you a prize, but everything goes to charity. That to me is not gambling. That's a charity event.
Like, if anything, your main issue is not issue. Your main thing is that it's free, so you're not spending any money, and that's why it's not gambling. But the fact that you have a chance to get something, that's gambling. Like if you're spinning a wheel, you're gambling those a ratio.
It's not gambling. If you don't have nothing to lose, it's not gambling.
Yeah, you don't have nothing to lose. Exactly. And on the wheel, you're going to win something no matter what it is. It's been that way in 2K. You're going to win something. It may not be something you want, but you're going to win something, but it's free. You're not putting out anything to try it. If it's free and
by
you're
definition,
taking
she's right. It's not gambling because if you don't stand to lose anything to play the game,
what are you losing?
Yeah.
Like in my sense is like why can't they just give you like the money to buy something specific, but instead they give you an option of 3 that you might not get. So in my opinion, you would be, let's say if you got that thing already or whatever's in that box and you get it again, you know what I'm saying? That you kind of lost out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's like you kind of lost out on getting something new because you had to gamble the system in a way to get what
it's still to me when those things happen, but you're still not putting money out of your pocket. The only ones that are gambling are those people who don't want to grind in the game, to do anything in the game, and put their money out to buy shit and get shit and buy money to put into the game to level up their character and do all that. They're
okay. Hold up. Not necessarily cut you off, but this is where I have to disagree. And there was some other points that you made that I disagree with too. When you said that there are other people that go ahead and put their money in there and they use their money to go ahead and try to get certain things, that's gambling. That's what you just said, right?
No, I didn't say that was gambling. I said people do that. Okay. And they don't grind. I use that as an example for just grind and you can get your things in a game. But you're still not gambling. Okay, to me, that's not gambling. That's just somebody not knowing how to play a game and just wants to be better than somebody else.
Okay, so participating, so you're not participating is not you gambling specifically, but if somebody else is doing it, that is still technically gambling. If you're not participating in a casino, does that not make it a casino still? There's slot machines, there's pachinkos, there's a whole bunch of games.
Are you putting out your own money? No. So you have nothing to lose.
So anything in Vegas that is gambling is not gambling because you're not doing it?
I didn't say that. I used a casino as an example. You're gambling. If I go to a casino and I don't put $1 out except I go to a show,
you play everything for free and then you win.
No, that's not what I said.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. If you go to a casino and you don't spend any money and you're allowed to play all the games, you have nothing to stand besides.
You didn't let me finish. I said I just go to the casino and walk around. I go take in the show because the casinos have shows, but I don't gamble. I don't give them any money. I pay for the show, but that's not gambling because I'm getting a show. But if I put money in a slot machine or put it on a card table or play blackjack or whatever, then I'm gambling. But if I'm not putting money into anything in hopes to get something back, that's not gambling. It's like people buy the lottery. That's gambling because you could spend I've seen people go into places, standing on a lottery machine, buying $100 worth of things and still come back the next day and buy another $100 worth of tickets because they didn't win.
Okay.
That's gambling.
And in some instances where there are articles about people actually putting up thousands and thousands of dollars for these loot boxes and loot crates and things like that, that slot machine and everything else, they didn't get what they wanted to get because it was all based on chance.
Well, to me,
They still didn't get what they felt was worth
but that's
the money
gambling
that they
because
put in.
right, but that's gambling because they're trying to do it. Why don't you just grind and earn shit in a game?
'Cause
Why would you go to a loot box in hopes to get something?
Because-
No. Again, you still can lose, okay? Because sometimes you can get the same shit over and over again. So you're taking a chance with your own money. I don't agree with loot boxes at all.
Right.
I don't agree with them. So to me, loot boxes are gambling. But just to spin a wheel to get a perk that I can't lose nothing. I didn't put no money into it. That's what I mean. That's not gambling. You have to give
so you're
something.
talking about
You have to give something.
you're talking about free daily spins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just a one-time thing on a day. And other people who are not just doing that, but they're actually putting their money into it for a chance to get, in this case, a Opal, Diamond, LeBron James, the chances of getting that is damn near less than 1%.
So that's gambling
And-
because you're taking a chance. You're losing money by not getting what you want. You're still taking a chance. Anytime you gamble, you gotta give up something to get something.
Okay, and that's what the uproar is about. Because if you're not doing it, that doesn't mean nobody else is doing it.
I understand that, but they were complaining about that and said it's gambling. Yeah, they're talking about loot boxes. If you don't like loot boxes, okay, and you're uproared about loot boxes, don't participate in it. Send a message to the developers and the makers of the game. We're not interested in loot boxes. Okay, we want to earn our own shit. Put it in another way, like you could grind in the game and earn your shit. But these people are trying to take the easy way out by gambling.
Yeah. See, okay, so you're
With
saying
loot boxes. Spinning the wheel is not. Yeah, but you keep going back to spin the wheel. If it's free, it's not gambling. If you put something out, it's gambling.
that's one time. Okay, all right. I think there's a
No,
miscommunication on what.
No, because I'm also playing where I can get money back by answering trivia questions. But I'm not giving nothing up. I'm just answering trivia questions to get something. It's free. I'm not gambling. If I don't know the answer, I just don't get the reward. There are other things you could do in a game. If you don't put your own money out of your pocket to try to win something, it's not gambling.
Yeah,
But people are.
But see, then they need to go after those other people and stop saying that, but they were talking about kids, okay? That kids, this is reflected on kids. Well, a kid should not, first of all, a kid should not have a credit card to be able to get loot boxes. So who's teaching them, helping them learn about that shit? Parents are, because if you're going to give your child a credit card to buy loot boxes and teach them about gambling, then the parent's wrong. You can't blame the makers of the game for that.
It's not
they
the
were talking
developers
about
anyway.
kids.
It's the publishers
That's how-
that want those mechanics in the game to earn
Yeah.
more revenue.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that the outrage was about, you're teaching kids about gambling. No, the only way a kid would know about gambling if their parent allows them to do that.
See,
Okay,
but that's what
On a
makes me
game.
a little bit upset. Where you basically have you go to a casino, like you guys were saying before. You have a free slot machine. But you gain stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's literally just you're just putting a jacket over the word gambling. But then when you get money involved, that's when it's gambling. I think they're both gambling regardless if you don't put money on it or not. You're just
Oh, and
putting a fancy
Overwatch. No,
tie
that's
on
not
it.
gambling because you just got to win to get the box. You know
Well,
what I
see,
mean?
that's the other thing. If people think in buying these things and leveling themselves up by buying, the money or whatever with, and putting money into the game, that it's going to make you better. No, you still have to win games. You still have to make shots. You still have to do all those things. So why not just grind, and do it and send a message. I don't want these types of things in a game. I want to be able to play it.
Yeah, if
And
anything,
people
they
who
just
are-
make it unfair so that you have to pay money or just buy it.
I
I mean, you
don't-
shouldn't want it
I
in the
don't-
game though,
Unreasonable.
because that's going to convince other developers to do the same thing. They're going to follow suit because there has to be some sort of standard for mechanics in the game. Just like having an options menu, just all games are going to have that. So if you're going to incorporate loot boxes, you're going to start seeing that everywhere, whether you use them or not. Because guess what? You're not you're promoting into it because you're playing the game. You
Yeah.
get the game already. You
Yeah,
told them it's okay.
Okay.
yeah, but
Here's the
you're not getting into it. If you don't buy it, you could still enjoy your game,
Oh,
grind, and
100%.
play.
But you're not telling
without-
them that. But you're not telling them that.
Oh, I do say it's wrong. I've done many a podcast where I talk about loot boxes are wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
I speak out all the time, and if sometimes I'll send stuff to developers too. I have put things up there I think they're wrong, or what's wrong with the game, or what I would expect, or whatever. I've done that before. I've done that plenty of times before. Some people have responded back, thanks for your feedback, because I did it in a constructive manner.
Okay. All right. So please, without any interruptions, I just want to go ahead and give a complete thought here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I see a point where you say that if you're not paying for it, it's not gambling. I see
That's
a point.
what I said, Gold. Sorry.
I see a point. I see a point, right? But if it's definitely not catered to you in a sense, where the publishers actually have seminars where they go and they talk about how to trick people or how to get people into gambling behaviors, where they go ahead and put it in your face and they let you try it for free. And if you get hooked on it, that's when they got you, and that's who they are targeting. They're targeting whales. You're not a whale. You don't like to pay for it. That's who they are targeting. And it is setting kids up to be to develop gambling behavior, getting them hooked. That's why first of all, it promotes gambling by giving you a free shot. And if you like what you see on that wheel or on that slot machine, they think that you're going to go ahead and try to pay money so that you can go ahead and try to get what you see. They're not targeting you, TFP. They're not targeting me. They're not targeting Kickz. They're not targeting Biz. They're targeting people with already.
Last.
They're targeting people with gambling behavior. They're targeting people with gambling addiction. That's what they're targeting.
Okay, but my thing is people are getting outraged, okay? But if they had a problem, they should have gone all the way back to 2K18 when they did it, okay? Nobody was outraged then. People got selective outrages when it comes to things, okay? They really do.
It's not necessarily. See, when we go into, you wasn't saying that beforehand or something like that, many people weren't aware because that's not what they were into. I'm not into my league. I'm not into that, or my team or whatever. I'm not into that.
Right.
But I'm a person that will go ahead and do my research on certain things because that is me. Most people don't realize it until it affects them.
All right, but my thing is also, if you talk about the kids, okay, that it gets just all that free thing will get them their mindset into, gambling. Not necessarily. If they're brought up properly and they have strong minds, because the way you sounded like these developer thinks that we're all fucking dumb out here. We're not. We all have strong minds. It's up to the individual to do. It's just like it's up to an individual if you want to go out and do drugs. You got to have a strong mind. Say, no, I don't want that bullshit. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. You have to have a strong mind in this world to not do something.
Well, it's just a psychological pattern creation. Like, so let's say like, you're more likely to participate in that particular behavior if you get a free chance to do it. Like, I've been to a casino. I don't gamble. I hate gambling. But if I go to a casino and I'm allowed to play a game for free, I might likely pay for another chance just for the thrill of it. You know what I mean? But had I never got offered that free opportunity or never felt the harm of losing something, I might never even play the game to begin with. So getting them into the behavior train does train them for future gambling experiences.
Well, then you could say that with anything that happens. All the alcohol commercials, all the cigarette commercials.
That's why they exist.
You definitely can. You definitely can. And they get who they want, which is the people who are addicted to it, or will become addicted to it.
But how do they know who will be addicted to it? You're saying
that's why they stop having cartoons as mascots for these brands, because it's targeted at children, and they're going to develop the behaviors.
What I'm saying is they're not. When I said that they're not targeting you, they're not targeting me, they're not targeting Kickz or Biz, is because we are. And this is no offense to anybody who does have an addictive trait. We are like aware of that shit. We know what they're trying to do, so we're not gonna partake in that shit, right? They want people who don't know no better, who already have an addictive trait, or who can be easily tricked into getting that trait. It's
Right.
you cast the net, right? You cast the net, not specifically to get one thing per se, but you cast a giant net across all of your base to get the only few that will fund and give you these billions of dollars that these publishers have been getting. This has been happening for a while now, and it started with FIFA. It started with FIFA, and as soon as people saw that FIFA was doing it and making billions of dollars, EA was getting billions of dollars. It went to the NBA. It is slowly leaking into fighting games. You're not gonna partake in it, but it's gonna be there. I'm telling you.
All right. My one thing is, and I think some people are missing the point, and maybe I should have said it clearer, and maybe I didn't say it at all. But when it comes to what people are outraged about right now they weren't outraged about 18 or 19 with the wheels. They're outraged about the design of the wheel. And that's when it started about the gambling thing.
True.
Other from that, it didn't come up. They're mad because of the design of the wheel. Well, if you are outraged about a design, why there was still a wheel. I don't care what the design looked like. There was still a wheel in 18 and 19. You still could do things. You could still go to. I mean, if you're that outraged, why does the design all of a sudden now piss you off? It didn't piss you off before. That's what I'm saying about people being selectively outraged, because they pick and choose what they want to be outraged about, and they make a big deal out of something that's not a big deal. You weren't outraged with 19, were you? No, none of this was said with 19 with the wheel. It's still a free chance, like you were saying. I heard you say I'm more likely maybe to pay if I like it. So you didn't do nothing with 19. Why? And I've done podcasts about this, about people being selectively outraged about things that they shouldn't be. If it didn't affect you before, why is it all of a sudden affecting you now? These are people who are out there just wanted to get views and get people to talk about stuff and stuff like that. They have nothing else to do. They don't play games, so they pick and choose what they want to do to be outraged about. And they weren't outraged before. And I see people that don't even play any NBA 2K games, none, and they're outraged about it. If you don't play the game, you don't know how to play the game, and
Don't know how to play like that.
Yeah, and if you don't, and if you've never played it before, okay, but yet you know people who have, and you know there's a wheel in the last one. Why are you outraged now? Because they have nothing else to talk about. They have nothing else to talk about, in my opinion. And I've seen it. I have somebody that came in my chat tell me I don't understand, and I told him, "Do you ever even play 2K games?" No. What? Then shut your mouth.
Okay. Here's an.
But you get my point. You get my point, though.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see your point, but there's another half to it. Where people don't want it to creep up in the games that they like. For instance, right? Microsoft started to charge people for online, right? Nobody pretty much had anything to say about it, but what PlayStation fans, right? Joking and whatever, right? Sony sees how much money they were getting off of that. Then Sony started to charge people for online games. That's just a small example. These companies take these trends when they see it is lucrative for them, and they will do it in their games. So you're right. There are a set of people who don't want to, don't like it just because, they want to be outraged, and it is a hot topic. It is YouTube after all. They need their, they need their numbers to stay up so they can garner revenue, right? But there are also gamers who actually care about games. Just because they don't play it, that doesn't mean that they're not worried about it, because it will creep into their games. It will. It will creep into yours. Hell, what? like microtransactions creeped into a. I mean, it's minor, but it creeped into a story-driven game where there's no multiplayer at all. Why is it there? You know what I mean? So,
No,
so
I do get your point with that, but my thing is, I know people who are talking, and they really don't play games. What they do is they go online, find out about topics, see what everybody else is saying, read up on stuff, and maybe even false stuff, and just start talking about it. They're
yeah,
not even
and
playing games. And that's what I'm saying. People are listening to people who don't even play games. So I ain't talking about NBA either. I'm talking about other games. All you do is sitting there, oh, I'm outraged about this for 24/7, but you never see a game clip. You never see a stream. You never see nothing from them about games. They don't have a gamer score. They don't have a trophy level. They have nothing. And these are the people that are talking, that are causing people to have these conversations and to make it more outrageous than what it is. I get your point. There are people who care about games like I care about games. I don't want, all that loot box shit and nonsense. I don't care about that. I want to just play my game, okay, and grind and play the way it's supposed to be played, okay?
Right.
I get about that creeping up. But I'm talking about, what I was talking about was people who don't really play games at all that are talking about this stuff and always outraged about things that they're not even playing.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they're not playing games. I mean, you look at their profiles, either they hide them because they don't play games, or two, you find them and you hear them talking and they're like almost zero rank.
Yeah,
in
they
their
do that
level.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
When-
trying to say about these.
When you
Okay.
got
that
that
are
like
good at-
violence
Okay.
and it's like when you got
Okay.
that violence and video game type of controversy. Like these niggas is talking like violence and video games. They don't even play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like who does that? But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So all right. So to be clear, this
No,
is where I
wait,
watch.
before you go, I know there are some legit people that don't like certain things, don't want it in their games. Those people I can agree with, and I'm not talking about those people. They have a
Okay.
right, because they have a right to talk if they're true gamers and really care about the gaming community and what's going on. They have a right to speak up. I'm talking about, but you got to realize there are not a lot of us in here that are hardcore gamers that that compared to the people that aren't, that are spewing out stuff they don't know what they're talking about.
True indeed. I understand.
That's my thing. We're a minority compared to the majority.
Yeah, and I get that. Most of our viewers are not really like hardcore gamers like that. They play only a select few games, and
Hey, don't disrespect
Yeah.
them, bro.
yeah, there ain't no disrespect, but they got the games that they like and that they play all the time. So
Mhm.
yeah, I get you on that. So
And I'm talking about the YouTubers. I'm not talking about the people that are listening that just plays their games that that
Yeah.
aren't on YouTube. I'm not talking about you. You just have your fun, do what you're going to do. I'm talking about those weirdos out there that just want to get their numbers up. And
Yeah.
there's another thing. They haven't even confirmed. There's just somebody just running at the mouth that brought up this rumor. They haven't even confirmed that there's anything like that gambling stuff in the game. They haven't confirmed it yet. It hasn't come from the horse's mouth, and people are running with it. See, that's why I would say I always wait until I hear it from the horse's mouth before I jump the gun on anything. I'll speculate and say, well, if this is true, I'm not going to support it or whatever, blah 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 blah. But I'm not going to until I know for a fact. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, you know what, they'd be outraged about it. Why should I be outraged something about that I don't even know was true?
Okay. All right. 2K for in regards to 2K is coming out this week. This coming week. So if they showed that clip, they showed that trailer, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be in there. But again, to be clear, you're not talking about people who are upset that it will creep into games, because most people aren't even saying that. They're just upset about the 2K stuff.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other ones. Yeah, I'm not talking about the legit.
You talking about the YouTubers who just want numbers.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them that are doing that and making up things. I've seen it a lot. I've been around for a while now. I've seen YouTubers make up so many
We're
things.
talking about fake news.
Yeah, all the fake news, and they do this just to get views. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking
Yeah.
about those. There's a lot of them. You know, the people who bring out the real stuff. Like I said, we're a minority. We're not the majority, and that's where I have my issues too when it comes to things that come out. They can't. These people can't even. You ask them questions. They'll even come to my Twitter. You ask them. They can't even answer. They can't even answer what they just said. What they meant by that. They have no. They can't even make a common sense statement. They can't be articulate about what they say. They just make a blanket statement, want to argue with people, but can't answer a question about what they said.
Yeah, like that joint drives me crazy. Like that's the style of journalism nowadays, where it's just for clicks and basically just to generate
almost
traffic.
everything is for clicks. It's hard to. It's definitely hard to find the genuine people. It's hard to find the genuine people. But all right.
Well, I get why they do it though, man. Because that first few seconds when you see the article name, you move on to somebody else's. Everybody's got a journalist page these days, so it's like if it doesn't catch your attention, you're not going to click on it. It's not like a newspaper where you just try to read everything in it. Like, nah, those days are dead. If it's not interesting from the gate, you ain't gonna read it.
Right.
Yeah, but
shave half your mustache, Rose. Shave it. All right.
But actually, I get what you're saying, but actually, some people, because they read it, I hate to say it, but there are some people that will watch things because they don't have a mind. And that's something else I said in my video when I did it, another topic where I wish people would get their own minds and learn how to, think for themselves. There are a lot of people who listen to some of these YouTubers that don't have minds of their own. And I'm talking about grown people, and that's a damn shame.
Well, to again, they say I like to play the fence, but I always like to tell people that there's two sides to it. Some people actually just think that way. Some people actually just agree with what's being said. So that's why they're there mostly.
Yeah, true.
So it's not all, it's not all just being hive minded. Some people really agree with that shit. And it's in all other aspects of life. So
that's why I said I feel sorry for people like that. Because if you actually believe everything somebody else says is true, then you don't have your own mind to figure out and look things up and realize that people are everything. See, that's what people don't realize. Everything's not black and white. There's a gray area. Like you've been saying most of the night, there's always a gray area. It's not right or wrong. There's always a middle spot, and people don't do that. And if you can't go and do a little research yourself to find out if what somebody's saying, and you just automatically going to agree with them because they have X amount of subs, the subs don't mean nothing. And that's what I don't like.
That part, we don't get into this whole YouTube beef or anything like that.
No, I'm not getting into. I'm just saying people in general.
Yeah, but some people will be like, "How many subs you got?" Oh, I ain't gonna listen to you. So I'm with you on that.
I know a guy like that. He's trash. I hope he's listening too.
No, I'm not picking on the YouTubers because they got views. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. We know.
I'm just saying that if you're going to listen to somebody just based on their views and not do your own research. Now, I listened to people that had numbers and some people that didn't have numbers. And the people who didn't have the numbers made more sense and had more common sense than the people who had the numbers. So, it's like you said, you don't know who's who until you actually listen to them and figure out who's the idiot and who's not, who's clickbaiting and who's not. You won't know that. It's hard to tell nowadays the way things are on YouTube.
Right. All right, man. So we went from what is gambling to all that shit.
Listen, I could lead you in many places, when it comes to YouTube and gaming. I could take you all over the map, But,
right.
But it starts. Right. But the reason I said that because it starts out with those fake YouTubers that bring us into certain topics about things when they make assumptions. You know what? You know what happens when you assume.
You look like an asshole.
Just looks dumb. Yeah.
So, hey, chat, man, leave Rose alone. All right. Let him do what he want to do with his hair. All right. Let it be.
Is Rose like Two-Face? Like what's going on? I don't know. Equally everything.
Leave him alone, man.
What's going on?
Hey, man, that's all the topics, man. We even got into a topic that we That wasn't even on the docket. So,
Right.
appreciate you, Titanfall Princess, for coming through, man.
No problem.
Don't be right back, man. You might as well stay, man. We on our way out. So, yeah, man. Appreciate you coming through, Titanfall Princess, man. You brought up good topics. A good topic, and we just went right through it, no issues and nothing like that. We all shared different views. Nobody tried to kill me for giving the police side of it. I appreciate that.
Well,
You just understand how influenced
listen,
you are. Like,
you're trying to be neutral about things, which is not the wrong thing to do. And like I said before, it is good and bad in a lot of things, not just there. So
it's not. I wouldn't say it's being neutral. It's just giving all the information. I definitely see it. I definitely see the issue.
It's neutral.
It ain't neutral. Nah. Okay, well, it's not fake neutral. How about that?
All right.
Fake neutral.
There's some fake neutral shit. There's some, again, you talk about CNN and all that other stuff, but there's some fake neutral shit out there. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, appreciate you for coming out, man. I appreciate all the viewers that came in. Appreciate y'all's comments and everything like that was awesome, top notch. I need to stop roasting my mans. Ayla said, shout out to LeBron. Word, shout out LeBron. And we about to be out of here, man. Go ahead, Titanfall, with your outro.
Well, it's Titanfall Princess. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter and playing my games. And I thank you for being here. I did have fun. I like the fact that nobody beat nobody up. Nobody was arguing. I like when a podcast can agree to disagree. That I do appreciate. We had a lot of laughs. We had some fun. And thank you for having me.
No problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kickz.
It's your man, Brooklyn's finest. Even off from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Timeful, thanks for pulling up. Thank you, chat. Rose, they need to stop picking on you, fam. I don't know what their problem is, man. But yeah, I had fun today, man. It was a great podcast.
All right.
Yo, Ayla stay trying to shit on us, man, but he love us, yo. I appreciate it. But go ahead, Biz.
You didn't interrupt nobody else's outro but mine. Just want you to know that. But yeah, this is Biz, the business part of Kick and Sit Business, and it was a pleasure and a joy to have Titanfall Princess here. I do thank you. I hope we can do this again very, very, very soon. But if not, that's cool. You know, that's cool.
I'll do my best to make it when I can.
Yeah, that sounds like we're not gonna see you ever again. And yeah. You can catch us on Twitter. All the links in the description. Dropped some old to me, new to you music yesterday, so go check that out. And I hope you like it. If you don't, tell me why not. And there it is. Do I need to do the ba now? Did you go yet, Kickz? I mean, sick.
Yeah, sick thing go.
All right, go ahead. I'll wait.
Rose, yo, relax, my guy. I'm talking to my wife, my dude. Talking to my wife. Elizabeth is my wife, dog. I wouldn't even talk about you, bro.
Thank you, baby.
Oh shit.
All right, yo. It's your boy Just Sick, man. I would come up with a slogan, but I don't give a fuck. Shouts out to Bone Crusher, yo. If y'all know who Bone Crusher is, man, he got y'all hype around the 2000s, y'all? Right around 2000s.
Ain't never scared.
Yeah.
Ain't never scared.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Attention. Yeah, that dude.
Bro, that
so
sound
shouts out.
clip is classic. I'm about to sweat him.
Attention. Oh, homie was in the booth.
So y'all already knew what was up, man. You was either jumping around in the club or about to fight somebody, man. So yeah, again, shouts out to Timefall Princess for coming through. Shouts out to everybody that showed up, commented. You guys' comments are very much appreciated. And yeah, we about to go ahead and head out of here, man. We'll check y'all next week at 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Or 6
just show up, man. Just show up. We out of here.
All right, later.
Later, everybody.
Later.